look at me, you assume I am easily definable. You put me in a box, you want me to be your designable, but there's luminescence to me. Hi everyone, it's Alexis, and today I'm going to show you how I got this lovely makeup look, this lovely warm 90s style makeup look with the lovely brown lipstick and goldy smoky brown eyeshadow. I really like doing this look sometimes. It's a nice kind of accessible, inoffensive look, and it's not too glitzy, but it's not too sort of understated, so I will show you how to get this look today. Okay, so I've already applied primer and foundation and concealer, and firstly I am going to do my contour. Then, since it is a nice bronzed warm look, I am going to just be using my Revolution contour sticks, and I'm not going to diffuse it with the Fenty Beauty like I usually do. And as you can see, I'm going to be doing my usual fancy gothic art deco contour, just because I like fancy looks, and it's just going to look like this before I blend it out. And not forgetting my nose. And now I'm going to take my brush, my blending brush. Well, I don't actually know what any of these brushes are for, I just use them for what I want them to be, and I'm just going to blend out my contour, just so that it doesn't look like a bunch of sticks and a bunch of lines drawn on my face. I always pull my fish face whenever I do anything to my cheeks, as usual, because that's just how I am. And now I'm going to take my beauty blender and just blend it out even more, just so there are no visible contour streaks on there, and so it looks nice and natural, and just like it's shadows, and just like I look nice and warm and 90s-ish, but not too dark. The tans then were nice and subtle, and were not all super dark like they are today, and like they soon became in the early they're not all dark today. They were not all dark like they were today, and because now we're onto very dark tans, and they weren't bright orange like in the early 2000s. It would just be a nice subtle gentle tan, and because in my opinion my contour is too dark, I'm going to be applying this lighter colour just to diffuse it a bit without making it less warm. And then we're going to blend that out. And now we're going to take our blush. Since this is a warm look, we are just going to use our MAC Melba blush, which is a nice warm peachy colour. And we're just going to take our blush brush, and then we're just going to sweep the blush on the cheekbones, just to give it a nice gentle flushed look. The 80s had more of a dramatic rouge look, but the 90s were nice and subtle like I'm doing. Also just wanting to add a little bit of contour to the cheeks, a bit more, just to complement my contour, just make the cheekbones nice and prominent. And then next up is highlighter. I won't be going for shouting white. I am just going to be going into my chocolate elixir Revolution palette and mix this champagne colour with this pinky colour just to give a nice gentle highlight colour. Putting it on my nose and then putting it up there, and then on my brow bones, and then on my cheekbones while pulling my fish face as usual, because I'm like that, and then on my chin, and then on my jawbones, and then I'm going to be sweeping it up onto my temple because I would like my brow bone highlight and cheekbone highlight to join together as a kind of diamond. I've been very how ballet dancers do their makeup from the film Black Swan. They always did that kind of diamond around their eyes and with the highlighter, and I just found that kind of cool. And as you know, I love dramatic theatrical makeup because I am dramatic and theatrical. I'm a musical theatre student. And now I'm going to start on my eyes. I'm just going to prime my eyes with my Urban Decay primer potion. Just dab some of that on and then smooth it out with my fingers, my clean fingers. And now I'm going to take my XXRevolution S'mores palette, and we're going to first select this pale peach flesh tone, or the colour of my skin anyway, and we're just going to put it on the whole eye area just as a kind of base to start things off. And next up we're going to select this matte medium brown shade, and we're just going to put it on the lid near the lash line, not going too high at all. The 90s look didn't require too high dark colours. And then we're going to line the lower lash line with the same colour. And then with the fluffy side, we're just going to blend it out a bit to make it nice and soft. And then we're going to select this shimmery medium brown shade, and we're just going to layer that on top of the matte medium brown just to add a bit of dimension. We're going to put that on the lid slightly further up, but again just over the lids, not going up to the crease. Keep it below the crease at this stage. And then just blend it at the top so that there are no harsh lines. And then we're going to go into this matte lighter brown shade, and we're just going to put that at the top. Again, still going below the crease and not going too high, and blend it out so there are no harsh lines. You still don't want there to be any harsh lines. The 90s didn't go for these sort of harsh line cut creases that they have today. It was more of a soft, smoky look. And then we're going to select this golden brown and put it over the lighter brown just to give sort of a kind of dimension, a bit more dimension to the eyes. And then next up we're going to select this pale beigey colour, which is slightly darker than the first colour but still very light, and just blend the other colours with the skin colour which we used at the beginning, just so that it fades in and out. And next up we are going to take our eyeliner, and we are just going to do a very simple line on our upper lash line. No kind of cat eye or wing eye as I usually do. It's just going to be a very simple line, very natural. And then we are going to do the same thing on the bottom lash line as we're doing. And then we are going to take our other palette. I have my Ciate London Glitter Storm palette. And we are going to select a matte dark brown colour and just sort of dust it over the eyeliner, just smudging it so that it's nice and soft. They weren't into harsh, dark, harsh kind of like harsh lined eyeliner either. It looked very soft and smoky, which I'm going to do. And do that to the other eye too, just soften the line with the dark brown matte eyeshadow. And again, I am putting hilarious faces while I am applying eye makeup. I often do that. I just can't seem to have really funny, silly faces while I do it. I don't know why I do it. It just seems to be an automatic thing. And then next up I'm going to select this shimmery brownie beige colour, shimmery sparkly glittery brownie beige colour, and use it to highlight the inner corner just to add a bit of sparkle and pizzazz to my look, even though it's supposed to be nice and soft and natural. And then we're going to select these gold colours and just sort of work them over the brown just to add a bit of fanciness to this incredibly soft, plain and natural look. And now we're finally finished with eyeshadow, and we're going to apply our eyebrows. And perfectly for me, the 90s were very into these very skinny eyebrows. They're not at all like the big bushy brows which are fashionable today. The 1990s and the 1920s seem to influence my eyebrow shape the most. And you need to make sure you get an arch. Unlike with the 20s had straighter brows, but the 90s had more of an arch to the skinny, pencil-thin brows. I'm very much a perfectionist about my brows. I never seem to be able to get them totally perfect, and I always try to. I really want to get a just pointed eyebrow pencil rather than these annoying slanted ones, but I need to finish this one before I buy anything else. And then next up, I'm going to apply my mascara. Just wiping off the excess so I don't get any clumps on my eyelashes. I'm just going to apply it to the bottom lashes first, since that's the harder bit for me. And now I'm going to sweep it on the top lashes. And now the eyes are finally finished, it's on to lips. We're going to apply this matte brownish lipstick. It is Whirl by MAC. I just find it the perfect 90s brown, light brown, matte nude shade. It's a very slightly mauvey. And these colours were very fashionable at this time. And I'm trying hard to get a perfect lip shape because I want it to look nice, obviously. And finally, the last thing, we are going to spray our face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray and fan it so it's nice and dry. And there we go, that's it. This is our 90s look. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine. I'm just glad you're watching. And donate to my PayPal and my Ko-fi account. And buy my music on Bandcamp. Bye!